open.
Okay, guys. So we are about to start your compensation management, right?
Yeah.
Am I audible, guys?
Yeah, Raghu.
Yeah. Okay. You're not feeling well, Rupa?
Morning. Yeah, Raghu.
Oh,
Viral fever.
oh God.
How are you, Raghu?
I'm okay, Rupa.
Yeah.
So we are about to start your compensation management, right? And that is where we stopped. So let me go ahead and start your compensation management. I already shared you the required documentation for your compensation management. Okay. And in addition to that, I'll share you a compensation admin guide as well, guys. Give me some time, probably tonight or tomorrow, I'll share the compensation admin guide as well. But before we jump on to the compensation management and configuration about the compensation management in your success factor system, let me explain you or give me some details about the basics of your compensation management, guys. Okay, especially your success factors compensation management tool provides the managers, or in fact we can call even them as compensation planners, with the relevant information for making the compensation related decisions, like say decision on their team members or their direct report is salary, the bonus adjustments, the promotions, the stock adjustments. So based on the individual or a group or a company wide performance. So based on all these different factors, your success factors compensation management module will help the compensation planners to carry out the compensation review, or basically it is called as a compensation planning decisions about their team members, guys. That is what your success factor compensation management at a high level is going to provide you. Okay. And your compensation, any questions, guys? Let me mute everyone, guys. So your success factors compensation module can work along with your performance and goal management module of your success factors, or it can also work as a standalone module, guys. Okay. And when you want to work with your success factors provided performance and goal management module, you have to integrate the performance management module with your compensation module. Okay. And say if you want to use that as a standalone module, in that case you have to upload the employees performance details into your compensation module. How you are going to do that, we'll look at those things one by one, guys. But yes, you can use your compensation management module, like say, hold on a minute, guys. So one is like you can use as a standalone module, or in combination to your PMGM of SF, you can use your compensation module. Okay. And this compensation tool, let me put the definition also, guys. I'll pass on this information to you. Comp planners with relevant information to take compensation related decisions about their team members, salary, bonus, promotions, their stocks, based on individual, group, or company performance. That is what you are going to achieve with your compensation success factors compensation module, guys. Okay, let me save this, guys. Okay. So as I told you, this and the compensation tool can be used with performance management to effectively do their compensation review. That is one way of doing that. Even if it is not going to be done with your success factors performance management module, you can load the employees performance details from a CSV file, guys. Okay, that's fine. And you can also write some automated guidelines or rules in your success factors compensation module to come up with the salary, bonus, promotion, and stock adjustments for the employees. You can write the automated rules, guys. Instead of the compensation planner doing everything from scratch, you can write or you can feed your organization guidelines into the rules under your compensation management module. That way you can automate the things that are going to be done by your compensation planners. Okay, and these automated thing, like say automated salary or merit increase or their bonus increase or their promotions are going to be done based on certain criteria, and these criteria can be their job level, their performance management ratings, their higher date in the organization. There are several fields that you can add as a criteria to come up with these decisions, guys. Okay, and you have something called as the industry, like when you're talking about compensation management, you have something called as industry standards, guys, with respect to your salary for a particular position. One is called as comp ratio, another is called as range penetration. I'll talk about these things in a minute, guys. Okay, and even these two ways of coming up with your salary increase can be accommodated or can be configured in your success factors compensation module, guys. Okay, and you can do your budget allocations. You can do your budget allocations, and these budget allocations can be wisely used by your compensation planners or across the department or division or across the organization, guys. You can report or you can do a executive review to see like how far the budget has been utilized by everyone in the organization. You will be able to easily track the budget allocations in your organization, guys. And as I mentioned couple of times, your success factors compensation module is a form based system, guys, which means that as a consultant you are going to configure the compensation management template. So this is where you are going to write the rules, or it is you're going to customize the compensation management template as per your organization requirements. And once you are done with respect to the configuration of the compensation management template, you are going to launch the form. And we are not supposed to call the compensation as a form, but in fact we should call them as a compensation worksheet to the compensation planners, guys. So what we are going to launch is we will be launching the compensation worksheet to comp planners, and on this compensation worksheet the comp planners are going to review their direct report is compensation details, guys. Okay, again in the same fashion, to whom you're interested in launching, you can select the criteria, you can go ahead and select the employee names as well, guys. And usually in any organization you have a specific template for each compensation cycle, guys. And for when you move on to the next compensation cycle, you will be creating a new template. Okay, even though it is pretty much same as the old template, you will be copying that, or you are cloning that, and you will be creating a new template which goes with new dates, new roadmaps. In the roadmap you have new dates, all those things, but it is a brand new template that you are going to use in the organization. And let me give you some basics about your compensation, guys. Might be you might have already heard about something called as like a focal review or annual review, right? Okay, and this, if the compensation cycle is a focal review, right, how it is going to work is, in the case of focal review, everyone in the organization is going to be, their compensation review is going to happen at a certain time, guys. Say usually like organizations will do their compensation review in December. So everyone, each and every employee in the organization, their compensation review is going to happen in the month of December. That's it. Whereas in the case of annual review, rather than having a, what do you call, at a certain date, instead of having all the employees review at a certain time, you will be doing their compensation review based on their hire date, based on their employees anniversary. Okay, so based on that you are going to do the annual review. It is based on employee anniversaries. Okay, so that is one of those things. And in fact, like you have very good documentation, guys. That the one that I shared to you, it will give you very good information about your compensation, guys. Not this one. Yeah, you can see here all these document. If you go into the compensation pre-work, all these things will help you to understand your compensation basics. And in fact, these compensatory questions will help you to gather the requirements from your clients. Each and everything, what are the questions that has been mentioned here, right? You have to ask your client like what they are going to implement, what is their perspective about their compensation, or how the process, what the process that they follow in the organization. You have to gather the answers for all these questions. That will help you to configure the compensation module as per the client requirements, guys. Please go through those things, but let me explain you a couple of important things, then I'll jump on to the configuration part, guys. Okay, so
So
yeah,
based on employee anniversary, is it just going to be on employee anniversaries or hire date, or will there be any other criteria?
no, it will be usually on the employee hire date.
Okay.
Yeah,
So when someone says it's annual review in their company, so it means that they are doing based on their employee hire date?
correct.
Okay. So in that case, if employees, so different employees would have been hired on different dates, so how that criteria would work there?
No, that was like you will be launching them as per their hire dates, Durga.
Okay.
Yeah. See, let me tell you. Okay. So majority of the companies, right, they'll go with a fixed rating cycle, guys, which means that focal review. Okay. And if say an employee is going to join in between, let's say you have a cycle from Jan to December. But say if an employee joins in between of your compensation cycle, usually what you do is like you have a deadline. Say August is when you use a deadline. Say if someone joins in between August, you are going to do a proration for them. Rather than doing the complete compensation review, you will be doing a proration. Based on their hire date, you will be prorating them. Okay. So focal reviews are always based on a common date or based on a scheduled reviews, which is going to happen for all the employees at one set of time. And usually this process will take 1 or 2 months. It depends on your organization size to complete the complete compensation review for your employees. Whereas in your anniversary base or your annual review, if a company has a review on a basis of an employee, it is going to be employee to employee. The anniversary date is going to be different. Reviews, the compensation reviews are going to be done case to case. I mean to say employee to based on the employee hire date, you are going to do the review. And it is not going to follow any standard cycle here. Okay, and usually these anniversary reviews are going to be done in any organization where you see a lot of hiring. Okay, frequently you will be hiring employees, and in order to retain them, you have to do their reviews, right? So you'll be doing their reviews anniversary based on their usually based on their joining date or anniversary or for every 6 months. It depends on the organizations how they carry out. Okay, that is how it is going to be, guys. And both has its own advantage and disadvantage, guys. Don't see that only your focal review is the best thing. Both of them, they have their own advantages and disadvantages with respect to say, with respect to their budget planning, distribution of worksheets, roll-ups, reporting. Okay, all these things, they have their own advantages. And yeah,
This is Shalini. Sorry to interrupt. Could you please elaborate a little bit further? What are the advantages and disadvantages for focal review as well as annual review?
see, in case of focal review, you can budget. Budget planning is going to be very easy because at one point of at a given short of time, you know like how much you are going to spend on the employees compensation. So at the end of December, you know like how much you spend on your employees compensation. But when you go to the annual review, you don't know because it is a continuous process, right? Say today you review 10 people, but tomorrow or 1st of October, you have 10 more people who is in the pipeline. You never know like how much you are going to compensate them, right?
True.
Yeah. So those kind of things are going to be tedious in case of annual review. Okay, but you see here in the case of a annual review, it is pretty easy for the compensation planner. You don't need to try to adjust the budget. Like say in case of this focal review, you have limited budget. Let's say for 10 people are there, and as per the budget that has been allocated to you, it might be 100K, and you have to adjust that 100K between the 10 different people or 10 direct reportees of you. But whereas in the case of annual review, it is going to be different. You have only one or two guys who are going to fall in that particular cycle, and you will be doing the compensation review only for them.